Hi, this is James Frey with Alberta Health Services for Health Matters. Today we're talking to Jill Lambden. She's a health promotions facilitator with Alberta Health Services, and we're going to talk about the rush that people, and particularly parents, are faced with in the morning.
Yes. Does that happen to you, James?
Very much.
Yeah. Oftentimes when I'm making my way to work in the morning, I feel like I've just completed a major athletic event. I feel sweaty, I feel tired, and I feel stressed because the morning has been, quite frankly, crazy. And so for people like me, if they have their fair share of beastly mornings or they're not really looking forward to the fall routine, I want to share 7 very simple, practical tips that they can start their day with less adrenaline and more calm.
Okay, so let's start off. What are some of the first tips?
Yeah, so the first kind of set of tips that I want to share has to do with making lists. And so the first kind of list that I want to talk about is what I call the night before list. And I've got an example here of what that might look like. You can make these on your own, or you can find them easily online. And so the night before checklist would have things that need to be done the night before to make your morning go smoother. So it would have things like packing lunches, pack gym clothes, have homework done, and forms signed. So that's the first kind of list. The second kind of list that people can use that I know can be quite helpful are a sports or activity list. And so that would be a list, for example, everything that needs to be in the hockey bag so that you don't show up at hockey practice without your skates. And the third tip that has to do with lists as well is that the lists don't necessarily need to be a written list, but it can be a photo list. So here's an example of what a photo list might look like. And this is a list that somebody has put together that shows everything that's needed for a sporting event. And this kind of list can be kind of fun to put together. Kids like to do it. And it's really great for people that remember pictures better than words. And the next one has to do about food, because I know that that can be a stumbling block for lots of people in the morning, including myself, getting lunches and breakfasts all under control. So the next idea is around, it's called a healthy snack bin. And it seems kind of fancy, but it's actually really simple and genius. So I've got some examples here from my own house. I've got a refrigerator snack bin that has healthy grab-and-go snacks, things like yogurt tubes, cheese strings, and baggies of fruits and vegetables that I've put together. And also some things, I've got several kind of cupboard snack bins. Those are mostly prepackaged food items that are healthy, but that can be grabbed quickly for a breakfast on the go, or if you've slept in and don't have time to pack a healthy lunch. So the next couple of tips that I want to share, and it is to create an area of your home, be it a shelf, a basket, or a corner, that's a drop spot for all things school and work. So here's an example of some very creative person that posted this on Pinterest, and it's a homework shelf. So it's got textbooks, binders, school supplies, and you can also put your work items on here, your ID badge, your keys, those things that you get to work and there's always one thing missing. This will make sure that in the morning you've got everything in one place as you're ready to head out the door. And I've got 2 more tips to kind of round out my list. One being to get up, if you can, before the small people invade your household. And this just gives you a chance to get yourself ready and prepared, and you might even be able to drink a hot cup of coffee before before the kids wake up. And if that's not possible, my last tip would be to try to shower the night before, so that it just cuts out one more step for you in the morning. So there you have it. 7 simple tips to start your day on a positive note.
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much. This has been some good information, Jill. I know I'll use some of this stuff at home, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers will as well. This is James Frey with Alberta Health Services for Health Matters. See you next time.